Sazari zari za, sazari zada. Madha madha nisa, nikari nisada. Nisa nisa nisa, saza nin 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 nisa 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 nisa. Da 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 ni 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 da 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 ni 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 da 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 ga. Sazari zari za.
Ramanajucharya was thinking of establishing a Utsavar deity, and he was constantly contemplating how to accomplish this task. One day Lord appeared in the vision of Ramanajucharya and explained to him that his Utsava Murti was named RAMA PRIYA. It was in the Delhi inside the house of the Turkish king. He said, please go there and reclaim the deity of RAMA PRIYA from the king. So following the Lord's order, Ramanajucharya travelled all the way up to Delhi on foot with some of his disciples. So when he visited the king, he requested the king to return the deity of RAMA PRIYA. But the king told Ramanuja that he had already plundered thousands of deities all over India and showed him his collection of these deities. So Ramanuja wanted the deity of RAMA PRIYA alone, but he could not identify what was his required deity. So that night, when Ramanajucharya was anxious thinking how to find RAMA PRIYA, so RAMA PRIYA himself appeared in his dream and told him, I am with the king's daughter. She plays with me, treating me as her husband. And I also reciprocate with her in that way. Please come and find me there. So next day, Ramanajucharya visited the king and told him about his vision. The king was very much impressed with his revelation, and he also developed a great respect and adoration for Ramanajucharya. The king also took Ramanuja to the inner chambers of the palace where no other man was allowed to enter also. Then Ramanajucharya saw that king's daughter had placed RAMA PRIYA on a platform, couch. As soon as Ramanajucharya called for RAMA PRIYA by his name and asked him to come forward, the deity then jumped down from the couch and walked towards Ramanajucharya and sat on his lap. The king was also witnessing this entire incident, was astonished, and he honored Ramanajucharya with various gifts. But when king's daughter came to know that RAMA PRIYA was about to be taken away, then she could not bear the separation from the Lord. Because she had developed a deep love for the Lord, she requested her father to allow her to go with RAMA PRIYA to Melkote. The king happily gave her the permission and sent his daughter with Ramanajucharya and gave him a huge amount of wealth and gifts. And he had requested Ramanajucharya, your Lord RAMA PRIYA does not go alone but with his wife. Please take care of her. So after reaching Mellkote, Ramanajucharya arranged for a wedding ceremony between RAMA PRIYA and the king's daughter. She served the Lord in Mellkote till the end of her days, and later she merged into the Lord. And we can also find her as she is known as Bibi Nanchari there. So this is the whole pastime revealing that Lord is there for his devotees. He is readily available for the service. He is ready to reciprocate. Only thing is that sincere, serious attention is required from our side. We come across one interesting story of a deity that was worshipped by both Lord Ramachandra and Lord Krishna. This is a deity which is there in Mellkote, a famous temple town in Karnataka. The deity is famous for various reasons. The main deity is known as Lord Tirunarayana. The very interesting fact about this deity is when Lord Brahma wanted to have a deity for worship, he had performed austerities to obtain the deity. So when his austerities were successful, the deity of Lord Vishnu appeared before Lord Brahma in a beautiful celestial airplane. So this deity was known by name Lord Tirunarayana. Brahma had worshipped this self-manifested deity for a long time in Brahmaloka. And later, when Brahma's son Sanat Kumara requested his father to hand over the Tirunarayana deity to him so that he could worship the deity, Brahma gave the deity to Sanat Kumara, and feeling compassionate for the people, he installed the deity in Melkote so that everybody could take benefit of worshipping the deity and everybody enjoying the devotional service. But after handing over the deity to Sanat Kumara, Brahma was feeling separation from the Lord. So he again performed austerities to obtain another deity for his daily worship. This time Lord manifested in a beautiful deity which appeared from his heart along with Sri Devi and Bhudevi. The deity was known by two names. One is known as Cheluvaraya Swami, the other one is known as Rama Priya. During times of Ramayana, Lord Ramachandra, when he came back from Ayodhya after defeating and killing Ravana, he was very satisfied with the service of Vibhishana. So he wanted to present Vibhishana with a gift. So Vibhishana had requested the deity of Ranganatha, which was present in Ayodhya, which was personally worshipped by Lord Ramachandra and his family, to be given to him. So Lord Ramachandra gave the deity of Ranganatha to Vibhishana, which Vibhishana wanted to take to Lanka and install in Lanka, but by the will of the Lord, the deity stayed back in Srirangam, and Vibhishana had to leave the deity by building a basic temple there. Now Lord Ramachandra was feeling separation from the deity of Ranganatha. So seeing his separation and feelings and all, Lord Brahma gave that Rama Priya deity along with Sridevi Bhudevi to Lord Ramachandra. Because these deities were very dear to Lord Ramachandra, they are known as Rama Priya. Lord Rama worshipped these deities with great love and opulence. So after this, the deities were passed on to Kusha, who worshipped them also very sincerely. Then Kusha's daughter Kanakamalini, when she was married to Yadushekara of Yadu dynasty, she took Ramapriya as a dowry with her. In this way, Ramapriya came from solar dynasty to lunar dynasty, Chandra, in whose later descendants Lord Krishna and Balarama had appeared. So during Mahabharata time, Lord Krishna and Balarama, they used to worship this Ramapriya in their house. So once Balarama made a South Indian trip as a pilgrimage. So when he visited Mellkote and had darshan of Tirunarayana, he found out the deity of Lord Tirunarayana is strikingly similar to the deity of Ramapriya in their house. So when he came back, he had informed Lord Krishna about their similarity. So understanding the situation, Krishna and Balarama brought the deity of Ramapriya to Melkote and installed it here. So regularly Lord Krishna and members of Yadu dynasty often visited this place to worship this deity. And the speciality is this hillock of Melkote is closely associated with Lord Narayana in all the yugas. So in Satyuga it is called as Narayanadri. In Treta Yuga it is called as Vedadri because Dattatreya had taught Vedic knowledge to Medatiti and Prahlada here. In Dwapara Yuga it is called as Yadugiri since the Yadu family often came down to worship the Lord here. In Kali Yuga it is known as Yati Shaila because Sripad Ramanajucharya had rebuilt and revived this place in the 11th century. And great sages like Narada, Vyasa, Bhrigu, Shandilya, they used to come here to acquire knowledge. And this place was also known as Dhyana Mantapa, the house of knowledge. But as Kali Yuga started, Melkote was lost in the sands of time. So spiritually, all the effective places became carried away by the opposing forces of religious principles. So Melkote also suffered attacks of foreign invaders who plundered the wealth of the temples. So the trace of Lord Tirunarayana was lost and Melkote was covered by a thick cover of forest. So Tirunarayana was covered under a ground and its knowledge of his existence and whereabouts were lost to human mankind. And the deity of Ramapriya was taken away by a king of Delhi as a loot from the temple, and even the knowledge about this deity was also lost. So when Ramanujacharya, he had certain situations in Tamil Nadu when there was a Shaivate king who was forcing, like the technical details were Ramanujacharya has to be forced out of Tamil Nadu for some time. So he came and stayed in this area. The king of this area was known as Bittideva, who was earlier a Jain philosopher. But when Ramanujacharya released the king's daughter from the control of the evil spirits, he became an ardent disciple of Ramanujacharya and his name was known as, changed to Vishnuvardhana. So when Ramanujacharya came to this area, he was running short of white sand, Tirunamam. One night Lord Tirunarayana came into the dream of Ramanujacharya and explained to him that very near is the town of Melkote. And Lord instructed Ramanuja to go to Melkote and find the deity of Tirunarayana as well as the white sand required for him. So Ramanujacharya was very happy to have this revelation. He sent the message to Vishnuvardhana explaining about the divine revelation, and he wanted some men to be engaged. So Vishnuvardhana had engaged many men to clear the forest around Melkote in search of the deity. But on the first day, Ramanujacharya, when he reached Melkote, they were unsuccessful in finding the deity as well as the location of white sand. Again on that night, Lord Tirunarayana appeared in Ramanujacarya's vision and gave him the specific directions of where to find the deity. Lord had asked him to find where there was a big ant hill located between two trees, Champaka tree and Vakula tree, near the southwest corner of the water pond known as Kalyani. So Lord also informed Ramanujacharya that white Tirunamam is also found on the northwest corner of the Kalyani pond. So Ramanujacharya immediately followed the direction given by the Lord and found the ant hill. So Ramanujacharya and all the other disciples removed the earth and found the deity of Lord Tirunarayana in its spiritual glory. So everyone who were present there, everyone became intoxicated with spiritual bliss after they found out the Lord. Then Ramanujacharya bathed the Lord with milk and made arrangements for the deity worship as well as festivals that are to be observed. A huge temple was erected over ant hill and Lord Tirunarayana was reinstalled after the ages of oblivion. So Ramanujacharya also found the white sand near the northwest corner of the Kalyani pond. And it is said that the drops of water in this Kalyani were when Lord Varaha was carrying Mother Earth. Because of that, this Kalyani pond was formed. And this white sand was also brought here by Garuda from Svetadvipa. Then, after establishing the temple there, Ramanujacharya was thinking of establishing a Utsava deity